back on the north side of the island. We are here to tour this side. The north has many different animals that inhabit it. Here we see an ankylosaurus and its young. They are here, just patrolling along this area. Below them lays the Stygimoloch nest. Lays the Pachycephalosaurus nest, sorry. The Pachy's rest down here, as this is one of their most common spots to be exhibited at. The Pachy's choose here to have a nest. This is where younglings will hatch in the near future. This female is calling for one of the other younglings to come close. A young Stygimoloch. He's very adventurous. And likes to adventure around the area. He's hard to keep in line, especially for the Pachy's. Meanwhile, we'll leave them be as we go see some of the other dinosaurs that are just coming out of the heavy north side plains. Emerging out of the plains comes a herd of ceratopsians. There is a dense variety of Triceratops and Styracosaurus, making up the bulk of this herd. They're emerging out of the plains to head towards the watering hole. This one female has been injured due to a confrontation with some of the island's predators, but she will be able to keep up with the rest. Her offspring, however, is hard to keep track of. Also emerging out of the nearby plains is a parasaur. It's a small herd of Parasaurolophus. While the youngling stays close to mom, these two teenagers try to fight against each other, while the others graze before heading towards the water hole. The female bellows, telling the rest of the herd to stay on guard nearby and attack. The Spinosaurus has found and killed a young Deinonychus. Just a bit west of the herd. She is very hungry and will devour this Deinonychus. This will not be enough to satisfy her, so she is eyeing up the other herds that have came out of the plains. For now, she'll feast on the corpse of this Deinonychus. Up on the nearby ridge, A Siberian tiger is wandering. It's here to get into the growth as some of the island's largest carnivores, the kings and queens of the north, are becoming hungry. The Saurodromius has got the exact same idea. The king and queen of the island are becoming restless. Here we see the king of the island with his queen. This is a pair of tyrants. A pair of tyrants. The king and queen of the whole island. We shall name the female Bloodtooth. As you can see, the male has a lot of battle scars. The female has even more. In fact, she's lost 2 toes due to a confrontation with other animals. She and her mate are just part of a family unit, which lay closer off to the side. They are on the small northern mountain, by the humongous northern forest. But something has got them restless. Something that could tear apart the whole family unit. They're too busy talking to not notice a challenger sneaking up. A secondary male knocks Bloodtooth out of the way and goes in to fight with the island king. The fight was not fair, as the male got an ahead advantage start. The fight continues on. Bloodtooth is knocked out against the tree line, unprepared for what's about to happen. Her mate, is suddenly struck down by the opposing male. But that's not enough to deter the island's king. He buries the other male, kicking up a lot of the dust, burying him, and then using his giant serrated teeth with all of his bite force, squishes and bites down in the jugular of the other challenger. The challenger is helpless to fight back. The island's king has won the day, but not without conflict. His mate is knocked out, and the rest of the pack are far off, hunting. And he, too, is severely injured. With Bloodtooth, with his queen knocked out, and he knows that he's still alive. We'll have to protect her with a horrible gashed wound on his stomach. He falls. The island's king has gone through many battles, not as vigorous as his mate. But old age is getting the best of him, and with this gaping wound, he could be out of the picture. He stays with his mate, though, until she wakes. Nearby, though, the nest of the tyrants is being disturbed. Aceliophysis is digging around in the Rex nest, trying to find eggs. If he can find the eggs, the next generation of the king and queen will be lost. He's not gonna make it anywhere near. The island's king is king for a reason, as the Aceliophysis was merely digging into a decoy of the real nest. The real nest is safely guarded farther within the forest. But he's out of energy and extremely tired after his fight with that other male, that challenger, and just protecting his eggs from a would-be attacker. He hopes his pack comes back soon. Meanwhile, his mate is still unconscious. If she doesn't wake, he fears he might have to leave her. For now, he feasts. He takes the would-be egg scavenger away from the nest, away from the decoy nest, to reset this trap. An Albertosaurus, one of the North Island's biggest problems. The Rex male stands in between it and the real nest. His mate still unconscious, far back within the forest reaches. He stands. The island's king hasn't faced an animal like this before, though, as this Albertosaur is hyper-aggressive, and not as aggressive as the normal ones. In fact, this Albertosaurus looks different. Very different. He digs at the king's exposed stomach, but the king throws him off and smashes him to the ground, going back for a bite, tossing him away. The island's king is the successor. The island's king takes out the Albertosaur, the Alberta. This Albertosaur, though, is still alive, despite his hand being broken. He bites it on the tail, tears a little chunk of flesh off, and retreats back to the family. The Albertosaur will have to live to fight another day. The Albertosaur will fight to live another day. But this one looks remarkably different than the other Albertosaurs found along this island. We shall call him the Fast Demon, because he will be a demon to these parts of the island, especially if he could go toe-to-toe with the island's king. And live to fight another day. The male returns back to the nest to see the other pack members have already arrived. Empty-handed, unfortunately. They still have enough food going by the dead Coelophysis and dead Challenger Rex. His mate, though, is still knocked out. He goes over to see his mate and nuzzles her. The other pack members wonder what happened until the leader points out that the dead Challenger's corpse. Suddenly, the king falls. He's exhausted from the fight, from 3 fights in a row, in all quick succession. His injury, though, will become infected. His mate, though, wakes. Bloodtooth goes over to her mate. The king of the island will still live, but barely, and who knows how long. With his injury, he could be out within the next few hours, maybe days. As long as the Rex pack can protect him, he'll hopefully survive. Bloodtooth goes over to feed, while his mate welcomes that she's still